motivated to practice, and if it works out, I might do a pop-up at my mom's, but you know, I don't want to promise anything because who knows with the holiday what's going on. So, but I would let you know if I were to do that though. But anyway, so moving on. So feel free to go into, you know, child's pose. We might be there a few minutes, so if that's not a pose that's good for your body, then you know, feel free to go on your back or just seated if you're in that upright mode already. I generally tend to go down because I don't know, my body just feels like it needs to ground, and I need to close my. The reason I like child's pose is because my mind can kind of just ground with the floor, but there's other ways to do that. And really take the time, let's give ourselves time this morning to just reconnect to the here and now. Reconnect to our bodies and our breath. And that's something that, you know, can't be rushed, right? It just comes when it comes, when we give it that space. And if connecting for you means your arms going, if you're lying in cactus, fine, or if your hand to the chest and to the core, that's fine. Just think about what helps you to bring yourself home. And feel the heaviness of your bones, your muscles, just kind of stopping, the clenching and the holding on and the needing to do so much work. And begin to put some more energy into allowing your breath to be a little bit fuller than usual. Perhaps fuller than it is. Remember, walking around all day, so the inhales are just, you're eating it all up. You're just letting that inhale be just as beautiful and big as it feels natural. And same with your exhales. From John Kabat-Zinn, it says generosity. Generosity is another quality which, like patience, letting go, non-judging, and trust, provides a solid foundation for mindfulness. You might experiment with using the cultivation of generosity as a vehicle for deep self-observation and inquiry, as well as an exercise in giving. A good place to start is with yourself. See if you can give yourselves gifts that may be true blessings, such as self-acceptance, or sometime each day with no purpose. Practice feeling deserving enough to accept these gifts without obligation. Simply receive from yourself and from the universe. See if you can be in touch with the core within you, which is rich beyond reckoning in all important ways. And let that core start radiating its energy outwardly through your entire body and beyond. Experiment with giving away this energy in little ways at first, directing it toward yourself and toward others with no thought of gain or return. Give more than you think you can, trusting that you are richer than you think. Celebrate this richness. Give as if you had inexhaustible wealth. This is called kingly giving. I'm not talking solely of money or material possessions, although it can be wonderfully growth enhancing, uplifting, and truly helpful to share material abundance. Rather, what is being suggested here is that you practice sharing the fullness of your being, your best self, your enthusiasm, your vitality, your spirit, your trust, your openness, above all, your presence. Share it with yourself, with your family, with the world. That's a beautiful. I like that one for today, for the holiday. Starting with ourselves, right? And so if you're not on your back, feel free to slowly make your way there. Unfortunately, my phone's so small I can't see. And if you are there, and when you get there, if you're not, please just feel free to wiggle your toes and fingers and give yourself that moment of frolicking. Maybe a smile right away. Maybe the ankles just flap side to side, like when you're, restless leg syndrome moment or something. And then when you're ready, give yourself a big stretch. Keep your lower back, keep your back, your spine on the ground this time. We're not going to do a big back bend. We're just going to do a nice, straight, strong one. Yeah. Flex your toes back. Let your shoulder blades soften down your back. See if you can soften around the face. Usually this makes us clench. And then exhale. Let your hands come down, slide them down to the sides, and we'll bring one knee and then the other. Give yourself that first hug of the practice. And again, it can be as big as you want. Your head can lift in shoulders, or it can just be nice and gentle. And let's take the knees wide, and maybe draw the knees wide and up to toward the shoulders, and then back down. So just like a little rocking forward and back. And then how about a little side to side, maybe one knee reaches down while the other up toward your shoulder, and vice versa. And then when you feel ready to stop this, like you feel pretty good and complete here, feel free to take your knees and make some circles, whether it's together or separate, just kind of listening to what your body needs. Or maybe you don't even do that. You just continue with some free movement. And then right from here, we're just going to take that the knees together, and step that left foot down. And let's cross the right ankle over the right knee, right above it, and flex that right foot. And then maybe a little side to side again, just kind of giving to yourself. Come back to the breathing. And then when you are ready, you can lift that left foot, drawing the left thigh back toward your chest, and feeling the opening on your right side. Hands or strap can go beneath the leg, the left leg, or not. And then this is a good place again to just listen to yourself. Is the stillness what you need, and more of the breathing and the softening of the mind? Or do you need a little movement here just to find those nooks and crannies that you want to breathe into in the body, in the leg, in the hip? I'm going to invite you back today to keep softening, to even, no matter kind of what pose we're in, just to, once you're there, to let some edges soften. Being a little more open, a little more soft around your edges, whether it's your face, your heart. And when you can extend that left leg up to the sky, just for a nice big stretch, maybe point and flex that left toe, or any movement there before we step it down. And then we'll do the same on the second side, so crossing the left ankle. And again, let's engage the
muscles in the glute to help you open that left leg. A lot of people set their hand there, and that's fine, but don't use your hand to force it open. Use your own energy, your muscular energy. And then when you're ready, and only when you're ready, lift that right leg. Keeping your lower back grounded. And noticing where and to what degree you draw that right thigh back toward your chest. And once you find your spot, breathe into it and let it go. Breathing in and out, softening. Where you feel the clenching, like maybe the shoulders. And we'll extend that right leg up to the sky. Give that ankle and foot a little movement. Stretch nice and long while the hips ground. And then when you exhale again, step it down. Step the left foot down. Woo. Let's stretch the legs one more time, nice and long. Arms again, nice and long. Draw the navel in here. Let the shoulders come to the backs of the shoulders to the mat. Reach through the fingers. And then let's walk the left foot to the left, and the right can follow. And walk the arms over to the left. You might even grab the wrist, the right wrist with the left hand. Or maybe the opposite. I know I like to switch it up, just see what works for me. And just feel the opening on the right side of your body as you breathe. Just feel yourself getting a little bit longer. A little more peaceful even. Inhale as you come straight up nice and tall again. And then taking the feet and legs and the upper body over to the right. And again, just noticing where it's happening. My left shoulder gets a little stuck there, so maybe I can breathe into it or open it up a little bit more. Just noticing what's happening in your body. Maybe just a little more softening in that area. Grow a little taller. And then again, breathing up through center, coming straight on your mat. One more stretch. This time you could certainly lift the heart. But as you exhale, let the arms come down, let the spine come down, and we'll draw the knees into the chest and roll to one side. Exhale over, and let's take a full inhale and a full exhale on the side. Before you use the hands to help you back up, and we're going to come right on to hands and knees. Push the floor away. Spread the fingers. Ground the knuckles. Draw the navel in and come into the strongest, most lovely tabletop. Come back to your breathing. And then as you're ready, we'll reach the heart through. Lift the tailbone. With the exhales, we'll drop the tailbone. Draw the back body up toward the sky. Drop the chin. Inhale, opening the front body. Exhale, opening the back body. Inhaling once again, opening the front body. Exhale, opening the back body. One more time. Front and back. And then sit your hips back for just a minute. Let your lower back get a nice stretch. Reach your arms forward and push the mat away. And then come back up to your tabletop. And if you step your hands forward to get to downward facing dog, then step them forward. If not, just starting to raise those hips up to the sky, coming into your downward facing dog. Push the knuckles down, the inner edges of the hands down. Push the floor away to take all the weight out of your upper body so that you can distribute it. And feel free here to just make some movements, whether it's bending in one knee and then the other, or maybe moving side to side, or going from plank to back to down dog. And then as you're ready, let's just take one full inhale together. And one full exhale. With the next inhale, look forward. And with the exhale, bend the knees, come up to the tiptoes, and walk your way up to the front of the mat. Forward fold right here, let it go. Think about grounding through the feet, and then letting the hips get nice and tall up to the sky. And the heart's reaching long like usual, right? Head rest, shoulders rest. A softness like water behind the knees. And let's take the feet, let's heel toe them a little bit wider. If your hands aren't touching the mat, please just bring the blocks always. And then the feet are a little wider here, and we can just take the body and maybe move and sway side to side. Or you can even bring your hands, if they're not on the floor or blocks, to the inner elbow, opposite elbows. Again, letting your head heavy, letting your neck be rested again. Breathing in and releasing out. Let's drop the hands, heel toe the feet back, hip distance. And together we'll inhale halfway. Lengthen the heart, get nice and long through the spine, strong through the arms, strong through the core, right? Open up those shoulder heads. Exhale, release it down. One more time as you inhale, halfway. Reach. Exhale, release it down. Head, neck, shoulders. With the next inhale, a softness behind the knees as you reach forward, arms come out, and right on up to the sky. Extended mountain pose. Just stay here for a moment and maybe notice what you need. Your arms need to be a little wider, maybe a little taller, or perhaps the pinky fingers kind of come toward one another to open up the shoulders a little more. Can you look up if you're not, and let the feet, the soles of the feet kind of get a little bit more extended. The legs turn on, the glutes turn on, the heart reaches up. And when you're ready to exhale, bring the palms together, look at your thumbs, and let that go right down to the heart center, your hands. And once again, feel the energy between your left and your right hand. Still staying tall, just one more inhale and exhale here for yourself. And then exhale, fold forward, just melt on down, step the hands down and the feet back. Come back to downward facing dog. And once again, we're going to inhale fully. Exhale, look forward, make your way up to the front of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way this time, arms up and overhead, look up. Engage your core, engage your glutes. Exhale, palms together, down to heart center. Take a moment. Feel your feet on the ground. Your heart open. And then we'll exhale our way, fold forward, step the hands down, step the feet back, come back to downward facing dog. This time we're going to inhale and look forward, step forward, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way, arms come up, look up. Exhale, palms down together and down to heart center. Take a pause. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the feet back, downward facing dog. And then exhale, make your way to plank. So we're going to come to plank. Draw the heart forward and the heels back. Draw your navel in. And the inner edge of the hands push down. Take a full breath in. Out. One more time. With the next exhale, we're going to slowly propel forward a little with the heart and lower down. Plant the hands next to the ribs. Draw the shoulders up toward the ears and around and down the back. Plant the feet. Reach the feet. Feel like you're getting a lot longer, right? Out your feet. And then with a gentleness with the hands, we're going to inhale and just lift the back of the head, the heart, and exhale it down. Same thing, thinking about lengthening through the heart, through the feet, lifting with the inhale, exhaling down. Feel free this next time to lift your hands right off the mat. Let me stay here for a moment, a breath or two. Come back to the breath. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And when you're ready to release down, release the forehead. Plant the hands. Tuck the toes. We'll inhale fully. And with the exhale, make your way back up to downward facing dog. Inhale again. Exhale right here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your way up to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up, arms up and over the head. Exhale, hands through heart center and all the way down. Release it down, hands to the mat. Step the right and the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, glide to plank. Take a full breath. And then when you exhale again, lower down, navel in, heart reaches forward, feet reach back. Inhale again, just softness in the hands as you lift the heart, lengthen through the body. Exhale down, we'll do two more. Feel free to lift the hands off if you'd like. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Down, let it out. Last time, draw the shoulder blades down the spine, reach the heart forward, the feet long. Exhale down. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, take a full inhale. Draw your arms close to the body. As you exhale, lifting back up, make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, release it. Inhale the right leg up, but reach the left sole of the foot down. Push the mat away, even out your hips. Reach through the heel, feel that. Push the mat away with the hands. And then as you exhale, bend that right knee. So like your heel's going toward your butt. Open the hip like a fire hydrant. And then raise that knee, breathing. Right heel toward right glute. See if you can keep the upper body pretty level, like nice and even as you breathe. Push the mat away. And then exhale, bring that knee back around. And let's draw it in toward the chest. Knee to chest, coming through your plank. Round your back, feel free. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Exhale, come forward to plank, knee to chest. We're going to do it one more time, so come on back to your three-legged dog, breathing in. Coming through, knee to chest, exhaling it out. And then one more time, three-legged dog, keep it here for just a smidgen. And then exhale it down. Oh my goodness.
Sorry guys, I don't know what that is. And then at least we exhaled it down. Okay. Thankfully you weren't up there. And then inhale, hopefully the left leg up. Woo, your hands are getting tired probably. And then reach that heel back, push the mat away with the hands. And when you're ready, bend the left knee, open the left knee, the hip. Think about your left heel going to the glute. And think about that knee rising a little more as you just breathe in this. And then as you're ready, you're going to close that knee back in. Exhale, knee toward chest, coming into your plank. Rounded back, head could drop. Inhale, all the way back up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, gliding through, knee to nose, round the back, give yourself space. One last time, I know it's a lot. Inhale, the left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. One more time, three-legged dog. And then step that left foot down. Let's step the knees wide and down and the feet together. Sit back, child's pose, just a minute. Energy's been stirred up, moved out around, right? Active. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back up to all fours. Walk your hands forward. Tuck your toes. Exhale your hips back up to the sky. Inhaling fully. This time, as you exhale, look forward. We're going to walk forward. Forward fold. Let it go. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands. Stay right here. Step that right foot back into Anjaneyasana, like a low lunge here, but the right leg is lifted. The glutes are turned on. Your heart's reaching forward. Great place for blocks, right? And then lower that right knee. Inhale as you walk your hands up to your left knee. And then just reach tall. So feel the right leg grounded, but yet the front of the right hip reaching toward the sky. And you can stay right here. The arms can start to move. Thinking about drawing your right and left foot together as you reach up and look up. Exhale, open your hands to Cactus Arms for just a moment. Ooh. Engage through the fingers, the hands. And then down with the hands again. We'll plant the hands, on, tuck the right toe, and then step the right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold. Let it go. Inhale halfway. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Oh, smile through the collarbones. Exhale, fold forward. We're not going to come all the way up. We're going to plant those hands again. Step the left foot back. Keep the leg lifted. Find your footing. Reach your heart forward. It's like the inner thighs are drawing together, but your left thigh is so strong. Your glutes are engaged, right? That right glute holding you up. And then lower, exhale that left knee down. Inhale as you walk your hands up your right thigh. Take a moment. Maybe get a little taller. Feel free to express yourself with the arms. It's like you're dragging your feet toward one another and lifting the heart. Exhale, Cactus Arms. Really feel that engagement. We're not just kind of flopping there, right? We're energetically like enjoying this opening, the strength and the opening, and then softening maybe around the edges again, right? Heart lifts. As you're ready to exhale, bring the hands down to the ground.
tuck the left toe, lift that left leg, and then step that left foot up to meet the right, forward fold, let it go. Heel toe the feet a little bit closer, or even till the toes, big toes touch, and then inhale, we're come all the way up, arms out to the sky. Exhale, hands can stay up, arms can stay up, or they can come to heart center as you start to sit your hips back, like going into our chair. So there's a chair behind us, not so much beneath us, but behind us as we squat. And just go as far. It can be a very high chair, it can be a mini chair. You decide. Draw the navel in. Breathe as the heart lifts and the hips reach back. And then exhale, fold it forward, let it go. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, let it go, fold forward. This time we're going to inhale all the way at your time, your pace. Inhale all the way up, arms up over the head again. Exhale, hands to heart center. Maybe this time you inhale up to the toes. Take a moment. Feel free to let the arms rise if you'd like. It's like you're hugging it in, drawing the navel in, the heart tall, to the crown of the head. And then as you're ready, lower the heels, fold forward. Let it go. Let's step that right foot back again. Lower the right knee. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, back up with the arms. Exhale, hands to the floor, tuck the right toe, and lift that leg. Staying right here, we're starting to find your balance coming into your high crescent lunge. So maybe coming up, either bending the back knee if that's what's needed, holding maybe something for balance or not. Hands can stay on the hips, or they can come up to the sky. You can find a soft point to gaze at, like a nice soft gaze, or you can look up if you'd like. Exhale, cactus arms, one more time. Inhale, back up. Exhale, step the hands down, step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Woo. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale up to the toes if you'd like. Feel free to express yourself in any way. Exhale, lower down, folding it forward. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Keep your leg raised, And then when you're ready, inhale, come all the way up one more time. Always can put the knee down if needed. Inhaling fully. Exhaling fully. Exhale into cactus arms. Just open up the heart. Let the back body feel strong. Draw your shoulder blades toward one another. Draw your navel in. Lift the elbows. Exhale, plant the hand. This time step your right foot back to meet your left, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, glide forward, flow it out. So we're going to do Vinyasa, going all the way through plank, lowering down. Inhaling up. And when you're ready, making your way back to downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath in your dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, glide forward, bring your knee toward your chest, round your back. One more time, three-legged dog. And this time as you bring your knee in, round your back, come up to the toes of the back foot, step the right foot forward. We're going to inhale up to Crescent Lunge again. When once you find your steadiness, exhaling the left foot open and down, coming into warrior two. Check your stance if you need to adjust your feet, go for it. Reach through both sets of fingertips. And maybe even the backhand a little bit more if you find yourself leaning forward. I love this part. I can do this pose so much longer now that I've learned to engage my glutes, so try it. And maybe even lean back a little if you find yourself leaning forward. And just feel how you can soften the shoulders as your lower body and your glutes are supporting you. Soft gaze. One more breath, round of breath here. Maybe even deepen the pose. Let's flip that right palm and take it back for a peaceful or reverse warrior here. Reaching back, opening the heart. Heart's still open. Oh, I felt a crack. Look up. Exhale back to warrior two. Inhale fully. Exhale, come into side angle, so the right forearm to the right thigh. Maybe you deepen into your lunge. Left arm can come up to the sky, and then use that leverage. Even though we're not dumping our weight on the right arm, we can help to keep that right, remind that right leg to stay open toward the right. Right, engage your glutes. Look up at your left hand. Open through the shoulders. Breathe. And then extend that right arm over the head, palm can face down. Lengthen the right side of the body, like the crown of the head. Lengthen yourself long toward the front of your mat. So the left sole of the foot's grounded, the outer edge. So from that edge of your foot all the way up through the fingertips, nice and long. And then exhale, cartwheel around, plant your hands, step your right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. One more inhale, push the mat away, lift the hips high. Exhale, glide through. We're going to do Vinyasa. Come through your plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back, making your way to downward facing dog. Allow yourself a full cycle of breath in your dog here. Pushing the mat away with your hands, reaching the hips high, lowering the heels. Ground the inner edges of the hands and notice this space you create in the back. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, glide into your partial plank with the knee toward the nose. Inhale back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, glide through plank again, knee to nose. Hold it for a moment, lift onto the right toes, and then step that left foot forward. We're going to come up into Crescent Lunge, so take your time, find your footing, find your balance, allow for what will happen, right? Sometimes you just can't make it happen. Just find your variation. I don't know what keeps happening there. Hop in your Crescent Lunge. Ooh. And think about making you deepen the lunge, perhaps lower the hips, but raise the heart. Soften around your edges, give yourself that moment. And when you're ready, spin the right foot down and open, left arm forward, right arm back, warrior two. Check your feet if it's not heel to heel or heel to inner arch, then move it, move a foot. Sometimes I have one foot way over on an edge. And then again, come into your depth, your opening in your warrior two. Grounding the feet, energizing up your legs, glutes, core, reaching through the arms, softening through the shoulders. Again, once again, maybe you reach back more with the right fingers if you find you favor the left, leaning left. Or perhaps you lean back a little bit if you find you favor leaning forward. And then soften your gaze here.
soften around the edges as you stay strong. Maybe you deepen as you flip the left palm and take a peaceful warrior, reversing your warrior. Grounding down, so keeping your depth of your lunge, but lifting up through the side bodies. Look up. And then exhale back to warrior two. And then like a flip of the palm to bring your left forearm to your left thigh. Right hand can stay on the hip or can come up to the sky like last time. And then if you find you're caving in, caving forward, open up the front of the shoulders. Draw that left hip nice and long but back, right? And then extend, look up at the right hand and extend that over the arm now, not needing to look there anymore, but think about your right fingertips reaching forward as your right foot grounds down. Can you open the heart a little bit more toward the ceiling? Can you give a little more energy to that left side so the shoulder's not being crumpled? And then cartwheel around and down, plant the hands, step the left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, glide forward to plank. Hold your plank for a round or two here. Reach the inner thighs, zip up right. The core, the heart reaches forward. The heels reach back, just feel all those little parts. And when you're ready, you're gonna lower down. And then right here, let's take the arms by our sides. Palms down. Plant the feet and reach the toes back. Breathing in. Letting go. With the next round of breath, you can slowly begin to lift the back of the head. So not like crunching the neck, but lift the back of the head as you lengthen. Lift the shoulders. Lift the feet. So you're lengthening through the toes, lengthening through the heart. Draw the navel in a little. It always helps that lower back. Maybe lift the arms. Lift the heart. Exhale, lower. You can bring your head to one side for a moment. And then we'll do it again. We'll just set up, so get nice and long, forehead or to the mat here. Lift those shoulder heads, push down on the hands. Lengthen through the toes, start to lift the back of the head, the heart. Lengthen and lift the feet. Keep reaching long as you reach the fingertips back, maybe lifting them now. And draw the belly button in. Exhale as you're ready. Maybe let your other cheek go down to the mat. Take a moment. And then bring your forehead back to the mat. Lengthen and ground the feet. Bring your hands down by your side. And we're going to lift the shoulder heads, lift the head, the chest, the feet, and maybe the hands. Reach through the toes. Draw your shoulder blades toward one another. You can stay for another moment, or you can come down. Eventually we'll meet down on the mat. Let your head rest, your body rest for just a moment. Feel the energy. And then tuck your toes, draw your hands by the side of your ribs, hug your arms in close, right? Forehead to the mat as you inhale again. Exhale, drawing the navel in, drawing the elbows back, making your way back up, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, walk your hands to your feet this time. We're going to come to the back of the mat. Let it go, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Nice long. Can you get a little longer, like you could really see over the edge of something? And then exhale, let it go. Soften the knees, draw the navel in, and begin to come all the way up, arms over the head. You can come to the toes again if you'd like. Arms can come up. Maybe the pinky fingers kind of go toward one another so your palms come a little bit more, almost like angling back. And then as you exhale, swan dive the arms down, let the heels lower. You're at the back of the mat. And then let's just step forward on the mat. And you can come to the middle and turn if you want, or you could stay facing forward. I'm going to turn. Whew. And let's just kind of like pedal it out right here, standing. And then as you're ready, we'll slow down the pedal. Your feet can come a little closer together if you'd like. I like it that way when I come into my balance poses. And then we're going to come to the toes, so the ball of the right foot, and then notice the left hip might want to fall out, so get nice and strong through that left leg, which then carries right up through the mid-body and up through the crown of the head. And then again, those shoulder blades come down and come together. And then start to lift that right foot up, flex the toe. And we're going to take, once you find your balance, and if it's not finding you, feel free to hold on to something. A soft bend in the standing leg always helps, or a big bend. Let's bring that right hand to the inside of the right leg. The option here, of course, is if you can bring your hand to your big toe and extend it, that's fine, go for it. But for today, for me, I'm going to do this. And then as you're ready, you're going to slowly start to open that right leg out, like we did when we were in our down dog. And you can always extend that left arm to counterbalance it. So this is that soft gaze part, right? And maybe you turn to the left and look to the left. It's a little more challenging. As you're ready, start to close that right leg in, bring the arms in, and step it down. And we'll do that one more time, same side, and we'll move into tree from there, okay? So when you're ready, maybe you can go back and forth and just reset. Start to bring your weight to your left standing leg as you raise your right leg to some degree. Flexing the toes, right hand to right thigh, inner thigh, or somewhere. Eventually bringing the sole of the right foot to meet the left leg. Glutes can help you do this, right? Your strength of your glutes. The hands can stay on the hips or heart center or up in the air. Coming into your tree. Softening the mind perhaps right now, wherever you are, up or down, who cares? Give yourself that gift of lightening it out. As you are ready to come out, hands together right at the heart, knee comes in and down. Pedal it out. And we'll start to bring our weight, or just even rocking, just kind of resetting. I keep getting weird calls. I'm sorry. I thought I put it on do not disturb. Must be set for the 9 a.m. Anyway, so here we go. Right, balancing on the right leg, beginning to lift the left. Hands can come to hips to level them. They can come to heart. You decide. Left hand can come to inner right thigh. Right arm can come out or not. Gaze can turn or not. And the breath keeps you steady, right? Bring that left knee in, step it down, pedal it out. We're going to do it again in that tree. So take your time. Maybe again, rolling forward, backward on the feet. Just reminding us that we can stretch the bottoms of the feet out and spread the toes.
once you're ready, begin to shift your weight to the right leg, knowing when it's time for you to lift the left. Thinking, maybe knowing, maybe you're not. Maybe you're up and down, who cares? Get nice and tall, soften around your edges, strong through your glutes, right? Oops, opening the leg first. And eventually, maybe changing your arms as your left sole of the foot comes to the right leg. Maybe it's cactus, maybe it's taller branches, or branches out. Soften. Perhaps it's the gaze that softens a little. When you're ready, slowly, just coming right out of this beautiful asana. Let's pedal it out. Maybe bring the feet closer together. Standing nice and tall in a mountain pose. We're going to inhale, the arms are going to come up and extend that mountain pose. And when you feel steady here, perhaps a little rock, or perhaps you just come right on up to the toes again. Inhaling and exhaling, open. The generosity, right, for ourselves that we share with others. When you're ready, you'll come back down, soles of the feet come down. Arms come wide, starting to just swan dive down, forward fold. If you're facing the long edge of your mat, that's fine. Inhale halfway. Exhale, lower down again, forward fold, let it go. And then we're going to just bring the knees down. Spin if you're not facing the front of the mat to face the front of the mat. You can cross at your ankles and sit your bottom back now, so you're seated. Ooh. And then let's extend the legs nice and long in front of the mat, to the front of the mat. And I like to kind of go from left to right on my sitting bones and kind of scooch my bottom behind me so that I can kind of tilt like I were to do a forward fold. So sometimes that might mean just kind of lifting some of our luxury out of the way. And when you're there, can you draw the navel in? Can you draw the heart tall? Can you feel a little bit taller through the crown of your head? Flex the toes, reach them back to your nose, reach up to the sky. And then as you exhale, lengthen the heart, reach forward. We may just come to here, that's fine. We may bring the hands to the legs, wherever we are. And so we're keeping the back long, reaching the heart forward. When you found where your point is to fold, you can feel free to let the head drop. And then as you reach the heart forward, inhale, reach the heart forward and start to come up, rise up slowly, gently, 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 gently. Bring the hands behind the hips, fingers facing forward, lift up through the heart, draw your shoulder blades together, open up one more time. And then exhale, let it release. Start to bend the knees, maybe you need to center yourself, that's fine. And we'll just gently, and then let's do it with slow motion, like either bringing the hands under the knees or to the sides, and let's gently carve out the center of our bodies. And start to lower down. So the spine eventually just rests on the mat. And if you'd like, you can just take your knees wide, step wide, and just do a little bit of windshield wipering with the legs here. So kind of when we do that gentle twist. feel complete with that, feel free to walk your feet back hip distance. And either bringing the soles of the feet together and maybe the thighs resting on a block, or extending the legs long, coming into your version, your form of Shavasana today, this morning. And wherever you are, let everything rest, let your muscles, your bones, your mind just absorb this new energy, this transforming practice. As you start to think about maybe the peacefulness of your breath, your eyes can close. And soften. Shavasana. And then cultivate a fuller, deeper breath. Experience the fullness of you as your breath fills you up, nourishing you, recharging you. And as you also allow yourself to release those things that you don't need to hang on to as you exhale out. Bring a little bit of movement to your toes and fingers. And as you are ready, begin to bend one knee and then the other. Sliding your heels back, maybe bringing your knees to your chest again for a hug. Before you exhale over to the side. And give yourself that full round of breath, or please soften where people rush. Even I see the most experienced people just rushing out of this pose, just forgetting everything about the breathing and the connection. So take that extra moment or two before you use the hands to help you come upright into a nice position of seated or kneeling. And let yourself feel the goodness that is you, the purity that is inside you, and that you have to offer and share with others. Your energy. And together we'll inhale, let the arms come out, reach up, look up. And as we exhale, let's bring those palms together, let's bring the finger pads together, slide them right past the head and down to our heart as we bow our heads to our hearts. Taking another pause here.